chat a little bit about the full moon today that is occurring. It occurred last night in the US and today in Australia and other parts of the world, India, Italy. So it's a moon, it's a full moon in Libra. This is according to the Western astrological system, the Mediterranean system. So it's a full moon in Libra, and it has, of course, a sun in Aries at the 5th degree of Aries. In an opposition. A full moon is always an opposition between the sun and the moon. And the sun in Aries, of course, the Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and it is a sign that is a fire sign. And the fifth degree, excuse me, of Aries is in the first 10 degrees, so it's in the cardinal parts of the chart. And this sun in Aries is very strong, it's full of life, it's full of enthusiasm, it's full of new ideas. And so this is the type of quality that this moment of the season is asking us to bring forth. What is our unique contribution? What is our unique voice? At the same time, the opposition of the moon in Libra and the eclipses, the lunar eclipse in Libra is asking us to bring those gifts that are uniquely ours to our community. So it is a moment in which we can look at what's working in our life, look at what effects do we have in our community, what are the effects that we have with our energy in our community, what are we bringing that is specific, how are people receiving that, can we modify the way we bring it forth, can we align with what's needed? So it's a lot of questions about the I as the individual and the we. And there's an organic relationship between the I and the we when we have a sun in Aries and a moon in Libra like that. Libra is also the sign that is ruled by Venus. So there's a specific attention to the good, to the beautiful, to the harmonious. So we need to really pay attention. Are we bringing, is our contribution, and are we bringing with our energy, are we bringing beauty? Are we bringing harmonics? Are we bringing like healthy vibrations, or are we bringing discord? Are we bringing gossip? Are we bringing challenges, that are unhealthy? So with that in mind, we can truly commit to modify our behavior, and especially because with this full moon, we also have a conjunction between Mercury, the north node of the moon, and Chiron. They're all conjunct also in Aries. I think it's of particular importance to contemplate our structure, our mental structures. Are we, in our mental structures, are we harboring anger? Are we harboring greed, jealousy? Are we closing off? Or are we able to actually open up and see the other person's point of view, or foster dialogue, foster diversity, and so on? I think this is really important because most of the time we will feel that our position is the right one, that our perception is the correct one, and so on. So, in sum, the invitation for today and for the next few days truly is to take a moment to contemplate on how we feel. Are we feeling satisfied? Are we bringing forth our energy, our unique gifts? Are we sharing our unique voices? And if not, why not? What is happening, in our personal life, of course, also in the social life. And when we look at astrology, we look at the influence of the signs, the influence of the planets and the aspects, the geometrical aspects that all of this create as forces, just as real as the force of gravity, or just as real as the force of or electromagnetism. So in the same way, Swami Gitananda Giri describes in the Yoga Step by Step the devas and the stars and the planets as psychic forces, the forces that impact our psyche. So how we perceive reality, how we perceive what happens to us. So these readings on yoga and astrology truly are about self-study, swadhyaya, through what's happening in the solar system at any particular time. But the responsibility is ours. We are called in by our higher self to honestly assess how we live our lives, and in this particular lunation, what impact we have in the community. So just have a thought about that. And also, this is beyond judgment. When we do studies in yoga and astrology, in Swadhyaya, these studies are beyond judgment. We're not here to judge ourselves or judge what's happening in our life or how we could do better through judgment and, shame and guilt and all of these things that come with judgment. This is not about judgment. This is about studying the mind and studying the mind structures. We have structures in our mind that you can compare to crystal clusters. We have clusters of thoughts that come from memory and projections and culture and the language we speak and so on and so forth. So the study of scriptures, the study of astrology, Jyotish, the study of astrology in the West, like I do, the study of the self ultimately is to slowly and gently go into the clusters of thought, and when necessary, melt them, just like we melt salt crystals. Let's melt them so that we can see the truth beyond judgment. Okay, so I hope this helps or supports you in your exploration of yourself. And many greetings from Italy. And for those of you who celebrate Easter or any other festivity around this moment of the year, many happy days to you and yours. Namaste. Thank you for sharing and thank you for being here.